It's interesting. I've got my kids teach me a lot, as they teach us all a lot, and I feel it's great to be able to sometimes be able to step back and review the lessons. And it's interesting, my oldest daughter has this uniqueness about her where she just doesn't judge. She suspends all expectations. She just allows the environment that she is in to then start to manifest its own outcomes. And for me, the greatest lesson about that is that when people come into me now, I don't have an expectation, because it's not about me, it's about them. And they will unravel in the time frame they need to unravel in. So my greatest intention might be able to take them out of discomfort now, or get them to move better now, or get them to perform better now. Depending upon where they are in this day, time and date, they will do it in their speed. All we can do is give them what they need to know that when they're not with us, they have the ability to do it in a safe and effective manner.
And in supporting that process, so for a client who may not know that this is how it works, or may be unaware or unfamiliar with your style of doing things, is it important to really let them in on the way you're thinking? Your belief system coming out in what you're going to leave them with. I'm getting you to breathe, I'm getting you to hold yourself and feel this, because down the track this will happen, and you need to trust this process, but here's your role in it.
I think, Davo, as an elder statesman, we have the confidence now to do that. Before, our belief mechanism was we had to know everything so that could build faith in the relationship. But all I know is that actually broke down a lot of relationships, because what we were taught didn't necessarily carry over into what the outcome was. So absolutely, there's three things that from an ODL movement perspective is, one, we'll create an experience that's enjoyable. So when they come in, there's laughter, there's enjoyment, there's safety, there's no judgment. It's like, oh, it's nice to be in here. Secondly, we empower them. So we'll get them to move, and we'll get them to move within a threshold of where they feel comfortable. Now, that movement may mean they're on the floor. That movement may mean they're in a three-dimensional space. That, dependent upon what their ability is today to move, will we be focused on them. And the third thing is, then we educate them. But we educate them in a language that is congruent to them. And I feel that what's happened over the years is we've become so scientific. I'm a personal trainer, movement coach, whatever you want to title me. I don't use the same language as a physiotherapist. As you and I have a conversation, we can have a great language because we can mingle the words. I know when I start talking or looking at stuff and you go, wow, whew, okay, that's hard for me because I don't use that language every day. What does the client feel?
Absolutely.
Just like if they come into a personal training environment and I start talking about sit-ups and crunches and burpees and so forth, they go, ugh. So I've got to make sure that the movements I give them have some form of mimicking to their lifestyle, to their daily challenges. And if I do, I don't do a burpee. I do a get down, get up. Now the reason why I don't call it a burpee, one, is I hate burpees. Emotionally, I've now just disconnected from the session. If you say burpee, yeah, I'm gone. I'm out of here. Maybe here physically, but not mentally and not emotionally. But if you said, you know what, I need to give you an exercise, I need to give you a movement that's going to challenge your trunk, your hips, your legs, it's going to challenge the cardiovascular system, the heart and the lungs, but more importantly, it's going to enable you to now know that if you happen to get off the floor, whether you're playing with your grandson or you have a fall, that you can get back up.
Yes.
Well, all of a sudden now, the language is something that they're comfortable with. So I feel that my belief mechanism has got a lot clearer in latter years because I can speak a language now because I've put myself into their position a lot more often.